Hello, Joe. Here are your carburetors that you sent to me. Thank you very much. And I thought I'd go over them and give you an idea of what I have found. Serial number 51897, 51898. Let's take them one at a time. Here we go. Let's take a look at this number one carburetor. Now, for some reason, this one got pretty. These studs got pretty knocked around. I don't know how that would happen, but it must have been. I assume it's in shipping because the studs look too new. Anyway, we're real lucky that these corners did not snap off. This drain situation here is very interesting. This is for a 190 SL. I don't understand. I've seen these drains once before on a Alpha. This is not correct for a 190 SL. A hollow bolt goes there with a tube that looks very similar to this tube right here, and these two, this one and this one, connect together into a common Y that goes down by the block. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll give those back to you, but that's not what goes there. Alright, initial eyeballing. I don't really understand how it is that these brass idle jets can be so goofed up. This is an awful lot of chewing up of the brass. Just doesn't make sense. So I'll check to see what's going on there. Same thing with these butterflies, the choke screws. They're kind of bunged up. Now another thing we can have that would have been a problem for operating the vehicle. Okay, is as you activate the choke. Okay, so let's say we've activated the choke. Well, you go over there and you can see it slowly closing up. So we'll fix that, take care of that. Okay, on the bottom here, once again, I don't know how that brass the main jet could get so boogered up. You know, those should have come out about once or twice in their lifetime. This is very interesting right here, the fact that we have hardly any shaft coming through here at all. So that shaft is broken, I assume. Something else that got pretty bunged up, I don't know at what time or when, but let's see, it helps to have a comparison. Is this accelerator pump rod right here? Okay. This is what one should look like. Straight. I mean, obviously you got your dog legs here, factory dog legs, but this is relatively straight. Come over here, and this thing is just bent all over the place. Not quite sure what happened there, but we'll straighten it out if we can. Once again, the butterflies have had some activity in here with the butterfly screws. Not quite sure what's going on there, but it's time to do the major rebuild, because those are all sloppy in there. This bracket right here is bent. I don't know why, but how it got bent. It should not be bent in that far. What else? This lever is bent. It should not be bent like that. This lever right here. Now let's go over these carburetors. Again, these screws are really boogered up, and the reason they are boogered up is because people did not grind off the back side of the screw, because it's staked. These screws are staked so they don't come out. So somebody tried to take those screws out. Something else I do not understand at all is this bracket, this right here. Look at this. This has been all ground down with I just don't understand it. Why can't I get any focus on this thing? It's on macro. Anyway, this screw has been ground down, and this bracket, these two brackets have been ground on. It's the strangest thing. And of course, there's nothing left of the head of this screw right here. Over here, we've got quite a bit of damage. This is bent. The screw here is bent. This lever is bent dramatically. The bracket holding the idle adjusting screw is bent. This is plumb. I mean, I'm holding the camera plumb, and you can see how canted this is. You can see the brass screws are not as boogered up here as they were on the other carburetor. Somebody's been busy dressing these down. In fact, I wonder if is it possible they put these on a belt sander and dressed them all down and this dragged? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. This one's pretty dented here. Trying to think what else I found. Oh, I know. Butterfly. The brass butterflies. Is this one or the other one was bent? Yeah, this one's bent. This butterfly is bent. Let's see this one. This one's bent as well. Let's see what we can do. I've got others if we need to swap it out. Okay. Missing the jam screw down here, and this is not adjusted in far enough so that you wouldn't have enough accelerator pump discharge. This is correct here in terms of like the number of threads exposed. Okay, and let's see here. Got the usual wear. You can hear it. Okay. Anyway, these are these are different carburetors from different eras. Not that it matters any, but these carburetors were not installed on the 190 SL at the same time. This is the first generation of carburetor with this single reinforcing boss right here, and that's to help keep this flange from cracking, which is where they want to crack. And they put this reinforcing rib on here, and if the carburetor is cracked, it actually is right at that reinforcing rib. You see it's a nice sharp angle right there. Perfect place to crack. Now then, these are the next generation, and where they figured out they didn't need one rib, they needed two of them. And you may notice it's a lot smoother, rounder arc right here, radius, so there's less chance of cracking. Anyway, here's a better picture of the bent studs. So, I think, I'll put in the official studs because these are nice, but we have the problem we have is they don't limit the travel in, and what will happen is this one right here, if it's allowed to screw in, it will actually screw in and ruin the discharge nozzle inside. In fact, I guess what we can do is take a look inside real quick just for fun. Take a look Put the camera down for a second here. Let's take a look inside. Somebody else has been in here already because these screws are loose. Yep. Ordinarily these